You've been working on yourself for years. You improved your body, built your business, upgraded your lifestyle, and became the man society told you a woman would want. But when you interact with women, something doesn't click. They're polite but not passionate, interested but not invested. They'll spend time with you, but they won't pursue you. It feels like no matter what you do, you're always the one putting in effort while they remain emotionally distant. And then you look at your friend. He doesn't have the car, the money, the aesthetics, or the social proof. But women chase him, blow up his phone, and crave his attention. You watch them become deeply attached to him, while remaining indifferent to men who seem objectively more impressive. You wonder what he has that you don't. What nobody told you is that everything you think women want is backwards. The traits you've been told make you desirable may actually be the exact traits blocking genuine attraction. Because the truth is, women don't get attached to external success. They get attached to your internal world, your presence, your emotional strength, your authenticity, your energy. All the things that can't be measured on paper. Today, you're going to learn the hidden psychology behind why women become deeply drawn to some men and emotionally flat toward others. Not because one man is better than the other, but because one has mastered his internal state while the other is trapped in external validation. Before we go deeper, we need to dismantle the biggest misconception about attraction, the idea that women choose men based on achievements. Society has trained you to believe attraction works like a checklist. Get fit, make money, improve your status, become socially sharp, build a lifestyle, present your value, and she'll naturally want you. But if this blueprint worked, there wouldn't be attractive, successful men confused about why women act lukewarm around them. And there wouldn't be ordinary men effortlessly creating intense emotional pull in women without even trying. The truth is simple. Women don't fall in love with accomplishments. They fall in love with the internal state behind the man. Your energy, your groundedness, your calm, your authenticity, your presence. All the things that can't be bought, taught in a course, or faked. This brings us to the concept that flips everything upside down. Perceived relational value. Not actual value. Perceived value. Women respond to the way you carry yourself, the way you communicate, the way you react under pressure, the way you hold silence, the way you express or withhold emotions, the way you exist in the room. These signals tell her more about you than money, looks, or status ever will. When she meets you, she's not calculating your income or verifying your lifestyle. She's reading microsignals. Does this man trust himself? Is he grounded or anxious? Is he centered or seeking approval? Is he authentic or performing? Is he leading the moment or reacting to it? She places you into one of two categories. This man is emotionally above the moment, or this man is emotionally beneath it. And here's the twist. The harder you try to impress her, the faster you get placed into the second category. When you seek approval, validation, or positive reactions, you communicate that your worth depends on her response. That instantly lowers your perceived value. Meanwhile, the man who is calm, comfortable, and unbothered by outcomes automatically signals self-belief, because he's not performing. He's just existing as he is. That internal ease is what feels powerful. That is what many women unconsciously connect to. It's not him they chase. It's the way he makes them feel around him. Let's talk about presence, one of the strongest emotional triggers for attraction. Most men are not present. They're thinking about the next line, the next move, the next joke, the next strategy. They're in their heads, not in the moment. But when a man is fully present, truly listening, responding naturally, grounded in the moment, women feel something rare. Presence communicates confidence, safety, and emotional intelligence without a single word. It's the energy of a man who doesn't need to control the moment because he already owns himself. Another factor women sense instantly is whether your confidence is internal or external. External confidence comes from achievements. Internal confidence comes from self-acceptance. One can disappear overnight. The other stays even when life changes. This is why some successful men still feel insecure, while some average men feel unshakable. Achievements can enhance your life, but they can't replace inner stability. Real confidence comes from accepting yourself fully, not from trying to become a version you think will be loved. This inner stability creates an emotional environment where a woman feels safe enough to let go, open up, and invest. Not because he forced her, but because her emotional system responds to groundedness. Now let's address another misunderstood concept: options. Many men heard that women want men who have options, but they interpreted it wrong. Real options are not shown through flirting or bragging. Real options are shown through emotional independence. A man with genuine options isn't defined by whether a woman chooses him. His life is already whole. His mood isn't determined by her responses. His self-worth doesn't fluctuate with her attention. That creates natural pre-selection because emotional independence communicates abundance. Ironically, pretending to have options instantly exposes you, while truly having them is felt without effort. Let's go deeper. One reason women lose interest in many men, especially those who did everything right, is because those men accidentally give away their power by making romantic success their emotional goal. The moment your happiness depends on whether she likes you, you surrender your internal authority. You shift from grounded to reactive. When sex, validation, or approval becomes your objective, she becomes the gatekeeper of your emotional state. Women sense this instantly, not because they're manipulative, but because human beings can feel neediness even when it's hidden behind confidence. But when you value connection over conquest, when you prioritize the moment over the outcome, you stay in control of yourself. That internal composure is rare, and what's rare becomes attractive. Let's talk about stoicism, not the internet version, but the emotional groundedness version. Stoicism doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means you don't let external chaos decide your internal state. When a man handles unpredictability with calm, not coldness, women feel a pull toward him. Calm is attractive because it signals capability. Composure under pressure signals strength. Stillness signals confidence. This is why many women test men, not to manipulate, but to feel out his emotional center. If your energy is easily shaken, she'll feel less safe. If you remain calm and present, she feels more drawn. Remember, attraction is emotional, not logical. Women don't fall for what you show. They fall for what they feel around you. They fall for the man who can remain steady while being open, grounded while being warm, confident while being humble. Let's dive into authenticity. One of the rarest and most magnetic qualities a man can have is authenticity. Being himself without fear, without performing, without bending to get approval. Society forces men into roles: the alpha, the provider, the gentleman, the bad boy, the intellectual, the achiever. But women feel deeply connected to the man who has dropped roles entirely. Authenticity is powerful because it communicates freedom, emotional freedom. A man who is free within himself feels expansive, alive, and unpredictable in the best way. He brings a sense of emotional richness into the interaction. That richness creates attachment. Another powerful principle is internal peace. When a man is at peace with himself, his past, his flaws, his journey, women feel this peace. It makes them relax. It makes them open up. It makes them trust. The world is full of chaotic, anxious, externally driven men. A peaceful man is rare. and whatever is rare becomes magnetic. Here's something most men never realize. The deepest attraction happens when masculine and feminine energy align. Not gender roles, energies. Masculine energy is direction, groundedness, presence, calm. Feminine energy is emotion, expression, intuition, flow. When a man is in his grounded masculine, a woman often feels safe dropping into her feminine. This dynamic creates emotional intensity. It creates depth. It creates desire. Not because he tries to control her, but because he controls himself. Finally, the most powerful trait, non-reactivity. Non-reactivity doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means you don't let external reactions pull you out of your center. When you don't react impulsively to tests, compliments, silence, or pressure, you signal emotional mastery. This emotional mastery creates curiosity, investment, and connection. Because she can't easily predict you or sway you. And humans invest in what feels meaningful and strong. Now, how do you apply all this? You start by auditing your motivations. Ask yourself whether you're doing things for internal fulfillment or external approval. Then you develop internal validation, learning to value yourself without needing anyone else to confirm it. You cultivate presence. You embrace authenticity. You practice emotional steadiness. You seek internal peace. You build the life you want, not the life you think will impress. And most importantly, you do this for yourself, not to attract women, but to become the kind of man who naturally creates meaningful relationships. Because the ultimate secret is this: when you stop needing others to validate you, you become the version of yourself that others naturally gravitate toward. Attraction is not about becoming better than other men. It's about becoming deeply rooted within yourself. When a man knows who he is, what he stands for, and what he feels, without needing permission, that's when he becomes emotionally magnetic. Not because he's chasing connection, but because he embodies a presence that feels powerful, grounded, and rare. This journey isn't easy. It requires self-awareness, honesty, and growth. But the reward is profound, a life where you are chosen not for what you have, but for who you are. And ironically, when you reach that level of self-acceptance, women begin to feel a deep emotional pull toward you. Not because you chased them, but because you finally became complete within yourself.